Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Terry, holding your space, and this is a weekend update. So I was just sitting here thinking about some of the questions that people have asked recently in the chats, and I wanted to cover a few things like talking to your spirit guides and when we hear them and what they sound like. So, which is an excellent question. So, a spirit guide is somebody that perhaps has come to you for this lifetime, your life guide, that when you're born, they'll stay with you until you leave this life or let go of this body. And they're often in angelic form. They might be somebody that's an ancestor. They might be somebody that you've incarnated with before. And they are somebody that guides us. So, you hear that voice in your mind. Don't turn left here, turn right, go around the block. You'll be fine. Or don't get off on that highway. Um, Perhaps take this job and everybody's going to think you're nuts. So sometimes you just know things, and a lot of times that's your guides or your intuition um, talking to you, telling you what's going to happen, or telling you, giving you some advice. So guidance, right? They're guides. And then we get guides that come in for different times in our life. Perhaps somebody passed away and you need a special guide for grief to get you through, and it's somebody that's not well versed in this. Perhaps you want abundance and you ask for abundance and you ask your guides for abundance, and somebody new comes in to help you manifest. So you can ask for your, also your ancestors are great people to ask for things. So perhaps you're having trouble with one of your children or a parent. Big surprise. Anyway, both. And so it's always a good thing to ask them for help too. And say, hey, I need help with my son. Can you please, get him on the right path or help him with his health? So give them jobs because they're here to serve. We're all here to serve. It's service to others, right? So that's a really important thing to look at. And then working with your senses. So sensuality is so important in spirituality. And getting to know your senses helps you with your awareness. And actually going deep into your senses is a great way to go into the present and presence. So a lot of times when we're starting a meditation, we'll do 5 things that you see in the room, 5 things that you smell or remember smelling sometime. Do 5 things that you can taste. Imagine tasting your favorite cookie. Imagine tasting a clear glass of water. Smelling a rose, smelling your favorite cookie, smelling sunshine, smelling rain, and on with hearing, sound, all your 5 senses, and then knowing it. Knowing, what do we know? We know how much we're loved. We know how much we love someone. We know how much we love spirit. So there's so many things that we love, right? Then when you do this, you take your awareness out here. It's not in here with all this mumbo jumbo of the conditioned mind, thinking about, I have to wake up in the morning, I have to fold the laundry, I have to go to work, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come home and go to sleep. And it starts all over again, right? No fun. No fun at all. So instead, kind of being there with it at that moment, aware of it, aware of what you're doing. So this does not mean that we're just going to be positive about every single thing, because that's not good for us either. So this is another thing, is being aware of your feelings, being aware if you're disappointed. Oh, well, being curious about it. I'm kind of disappointed in that. How does that make me feel? Am I disappointed? Does my heart burn? Are my legs kind of trembling? Or am I excited that something great happened? Is my heart racing? Is are my legs like ready to fly? Are you ready to jump? So watching everything with awareness takes you a little bit not removed from it because you're feeling those feelings, but you're also watching them like it's somebody in a movie. And you can enjoy it a little more because you're not in the moment of it, right? Or you are in the moment of it, but you're not. You're watching it from above, kind of. So you can enjoy it, you can feel it, but you can also see that that's not you, just you, right? The real you is your light inside. It's not that new car. Well, maybe if it's my brother in law's Tesla, it might be. But if it's a joke, sorry, running in the family. So, or if it's, perhaps it's, you know, something different. I don't know. So, the next thing. Now, when you get to that part of your meditation that you're easing in and you're feeling it and you feel light, you feel aware, then thinking about energy. Okay? What does energy smell like? What does sound smell like? What does vibration smell like? What does heaven smell like? So you can go on and on with this with all your senses until you get to the next level, superconsciousness, higher self. Perhaps it's Brahman. When you get to that spot where you're in the gap, you're between everything. So you're that little speck, kind of like a fusion almost, or an atom. So you're in between the thought. You're in between the light. You're in between the atoms. And notice what that smells like. What does that taste like? What does that sound like? What does the sound of the higher self sound like? And then just be one with it. The more that we connect our senses in these manners with physical and then knowing and then higher self, the more we connect a narrow pathway, a brain path that we can connect so that it's easier to go back to. And the more you have fun with it, it's even easier to connect to. Maybe your angel says something funny. My angels always say funny things. And maybe your angel comes in and spreads sparkles around. Well, that creates a little bit more excitement. It's a little bit easier to get to. Studies show that teachers that teach and are fun are more exciting and indulge the senses of the kids. And they learn faster. Now, they did a study, I can't remember who it was, on your I ams, okay? Making intentions like, I am worthy, I am beautiful, I am divine, I am love. So those are all great things to do, but we'd have to do them about 400 times. It's either 200 or 400 before the brain connects it and they start getting there. But if we sing them, if we dance them, if we joke them in, like, something crazy, or dance them in, then the connection is only 20 times you have to do them. So the brain connection, when things are fun or done with the senses, it changes everything. So those are some tricks to the trade, my friends. Dance it, smell it, do something fun with it. Enjoy your spirituality. It's a blast. It's full of joy and wonder, and it's here to be enjoyed. So we can be very seriously intending the Christ consciousness, but he always had a smile on his face and joy in his heart. So they say that The universe is filled with love and joy, bliss, ananda. So, being a part of that ananda and finding it. And if you see the Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama, you know that he is always filled with joy and laughter. So, I hope this helps a little bit with hearing your guides. This also helps with meditation. The other thing I would ask you to do is call them in every day. Say, hey, Spirit, come to me. My guides, my angels, come to me and protect me. Stand beside me. Only those of the higher realm, the highest realm. Archangel Michael, I always have at my side. He and his angels. And Archangel Metatron is with me quite a bit. And Saint Germain. So knowing that that light is all around us. And then I call in other archetypes. I call in Durga Ma and Kali and Tara. Archangel Jophael, sorry, Jophael. And then also Our Lady, I call in all the time. I love her. And I love her blue veil of serenity. So, and that's something I wrap myself up in when I need to. So, spirituality is not about stopping your thoughts or stomping on your feelings if they're bad. You know, did you get angry because some guy pulled out in front of you or some woman cut you off, you know, when you're driving? That's okay. That's what happens. We're here in the human race. We're on this planet. Let's experience everything. And when you do get angry, just watch it. Be aware of it. What does that smell like? What does that taste like? What does that sound like? Interesting. All of a sudden, we've gone above it because we are in awareness. We're aware of that feeling. We know that it happened. And we're curious. Curiosity. All right, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday, beautiful week, and we will talk to you soon. Come meet us for a little bit of meditation this week. 7:11 Central AM. Holding your space. Take care.